Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Lane and Justin. We are here recording our weekly podcast, or what's going to be our weekly podcast, where we're going to talk about a bunch of topics and then break them up and give them to you guys episode by episode. In case you don't want to watch the whole thing, you can just watch a certain topic. Or if you want to watch the whole thing, that's great too, obviously. So
we're super interesting, so
I think we have some good topics for today. There's some stuff to talk about.
So, I hope so. Week one should start.
So for the first topic, we're going to talk about the Rainbow Six Siege Beta, which is almost over and has had problems.
A little bit.
A lot of.
Now we have a fucking surplus of code, so
we do. That was one. Me and you were the only ones that could play from our friends for the first week, which I don't understand why they made it a closed beta to begin with.
So they can manage the number of
the server numbers,
manage what data they want to have and shit.
I guess, but on the website it's like beta registration. Click here, and it's like join the wait list and play. But that's not really. That wasn't a huge problem.
Wouldn't that be part of a closed beta process?
I guess.
After people register as opposed to... Oh, how do they usually do it when it's open beta? You're the one that always gets a code, so...
Open beta, it's usually just downloaded from the dashboard, but this one was like pre-order the game and you get a code to do it, and then they just ditched that and gave it to everybody, which is kind of dumb.
Ugh.
But I mean, other than that, did you like the game so far? I know you had a lot.
I feel like it's kind of underwhelming a little bit. I shouldn't have led with that, but... I think it's good. It feels like Counter-Strike and more than Call of Duty, which I kind of like.
I think it has a lot of potential, but there's I mean, it's a beta, so obviously there's going to be things that'll change. But there's a lot, like the beginning looking for thing that does not in any way have to be 40 seconds.
For those of you that haven't seen anything about the game, it's when you are the attacker. Everyone's set up in a house. The counter-terrorists are set up in a house, and then the terrorists are outside. You pick a spawn point. Each team picks a spawn point, and the counter-terrorists have to protect a bomb. And then at the beginning of the round, the terrorists have to send in fucking drones for what was it, maybe 25, 30 seconds?
40 seconds.
40 seconds.
Which is just absurd.
Yeah, so you have to drive basically halfway around the fucking parking lot just to get to the house. Then you have to go under, you have to find a door or something stupid to go in to get into the house. Then you have to roll around. Tagging people is weird because it does that weird thing where it's like half a tracking thing where...
It doesn't really even
if they move it it's delayed, so you just have an idea which is good, I guess. But
the tagging doesn't even carry over to when you start the round. It's just like here's some people while you're scanning the area in case you need to know where everybody is.
Yeah, they were probably like, this is a long time, guys. Should we give them something to do? That doesn't matter.
See, I think that looking for the bomb is necessary, but I don't think 40 seconds. It's way too long.
Is it though? Because every map has 3 floors. I mean, you could literally just walk in there and have a 33% chance.
Well, for the house, I don't think it's necessary because the house is way too small. But you know that I think it's 4 floors. It's the basement, and then it might be 3 floors. I think it might be 3. But
with my ladder.
No, the other map, the big it has a cubicle room and it has a big spiral staircase.
Oh, the White House one?
Yeah, the White House one. I don't know.
And a server room in the basement. I wouldn't really say that. I don't think that's 4 floors.
It's 3. Yeah, I thought it was. I think the one that you're talking about, the ladder one. I think that has 4 floors.
Yeah, because I always say I'm at the top. Eli's like, it's not on the top floor, and I see him. I'm on the mid floor, and he rolls past me. I'm like, you're an idiot.
Well, see, what I would do, I like the gameplay solid, but what I would do to fix, other than that part, I would start them, at the front door, because for some reason they start you, down the fucking street, and you have to get a taxi to get to the fucking area.
Yeah. It's not that far, but,
you waste 10 seconds getting to the fucking house. I would have them, when the counter-terrorists are picking teams, I think you should get, 10 seconds, start right outside the door, go in, and you should be playing with friends, so you should be like, I'll go upstairs, I'll stick to the middle floor, I'll go downstairs, and you're going to get a general idea of where the bomb is. You're not going to find it and then spin it, because whenever we find it now, we just okay, we found it at 30 seconds, now we're sitting here.
And then you roll around forever.
Yeah, you do nothing for another 30 seconds. You could easily pick...
Well, I did find out last night that the drones become cameras halfway, so I guess you could strategically put your drone so it wouldn't get killed, and you could...
That's true, but
that's only for your dead teammates.
Yeah, that's weird to play like that. But I feel like you could pick your class at the beginning and then start scanning for 10 seconds, and then just while they're setting up the house, it could easily figure out a plan of what you want to do and go about that. But other than that,
I really think it's just for competitive.
Oh yeah, that game's gonna be very competitive. It's gonna be.
But I feel like that's the only part of the drones. Like the casual player, I feel like doesn't care about doing that.
Well, you don't. You never. Whenever it starts, you're like, oh god, I got to do this again.
It's
And
just
I'm starting to get to that point.
It's too long of a process, and it's every round.
Yeah.
Every game's first to 3, so that's what, like 3 times max. I have
Yeah.
to. It's obnoxious.
It is obnoxious. I mean, I understand what they were going for, but it definitely could be cut down at least.
But they have to have they have to have a game type that doesn't have that as a thing.
I hope they have like just regular team deathmatch. They did in the. Did you play the other Rainbow Six like a lot? I don't think you probably played it.
What, Vegas?
Yeah, Vegas's.
I played with you a couple times.
Like they had the search and destroy mode like we're playing now, but then they also just had like a regular team deathmatch and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that they'll do. There's definitely going to be an outcry of people like this is fucking bullshit and we need more.
Especially for a $60 price tag.
I heard there's not a campaign in the game either.
Do we really care? I mean, I've always been an advocate for having a good story, but it does cost a lot for them to do it. And honestly, if it's something like Battlefield's making the right call because their campaigns have been underwhelming, and everyone just plays online anyway. So
the Battlefield's fucking campaign hasn't been good since Bad Company, and even those were funny, but they were so.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't think you can put a $60 price tag on a game without a campaign, because that's what they did with Titanfall, and that died out.
But
so quickly.
Did Titanfall die out because it didn't have a campaign? The longevity of a game is not really based on a campaign.
That's true. That's actually 100% true.
What I feel might have killed them is they tried to put in like a fake campaign.
That was the stupid thing.
I forget what the mode was called, but
attrition? No, that's just the regular mode.
Just the regular
yeah,
mode.
I don't remember what it was called.
I think they actually called it campaign, but it was literally just the same map.
Play multiplayer against people.
The same maps with some random guys you don't know about talking to you.
Yeah, but I don't. Did you play the Rainbow Six ones? You probably did. They were pretty decent. I mean, I guess if that's not what they want to go for.
You're talking the story of the Vegas one?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
They weren't terrible. I mean, Call of Duty only makes a decent campaign, that's one game I don't understand why I mean, they're now for 360 and PS3 they're not having campaign, but I don't know why they haven't ditched that so long ago. Because
the campaigns have been pretty. They haven't been like fantastic, like groundbreaking things, but they've always been adequate.
Yeah, they've been solid.
But most people don't
even Terrorist Hunt though. We've been playing that. That hasn't been like extremely difficult when we were even playing realistic.
Oh, realistic has been super easy compared to the past. But then again, the past ones were just kind of like super
hard. Like didn't we walk around with shields and bullshit?
Yeah, we just shielded around, which is what Eli was doing all fucking last night. Which is also a problem in the game. I mean,
oh yeah.
Rainbow Six game, you have to have a shield, but like the one with the taser, like Eli had all right, in Terrorist Hunt they have suiciders, which if you're in the vicinity they arm and they fucking just run at you, and they have body armor too because why not?
That was when we found out about suiciders that night was just so funny.
We found out.
Well, remember the first one we both ran in the room and then just like guy ran in and blew up. We're like, what the fuck is this? And then for the next 8 games you found out exactly what it was.
Oh my god, so many times.
But yeah, the shield, they definitely like they're like a counter-terrorist thing. I see why they put the shield in it, but it's definitely overpowered.
Yeah, but like, I've even tried like shooting like the part of the body I can see, and it doesn't happen. Plus, his pistol is like ridiculously effective.
Yeah,
even though they don't. They just like they pull the trigger as fast as they can.
Yeah, they don't even aim it. It's just they aim it obviously, but not like they don't slow down to shoot it. They just start spamming it at you.
Ugh.
But I mean, I don't think there wasn't really any other problems with the game. I know when they first made
it needs more variety and it needs some different game modes to cater to the people that don't
want to play competitive.
Don't want that amount of strategy every game. Because like Call of Duty is probably the biggest fan base for any game right now, right?
Yeah.
And then so like, what if those people want to play another FPS, and then all of a sudden these guys that have been just going balls deep every fucking time they spawn, all of a sudden they have to slow down and roll around the thing. They don't even have options for the thing. Like I was like, what if it had like a taser or something that like you could stun them?
Yeah, they might be something like that. They'd probably put that in the beta though.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I definitely don't feel like we're seeing all the information the game has to give with the beta.
That's
But
kind of weird too that they didn't put in any other game. Like you think they would put some sort of game mode in, so like the Call of Duty fanboys would get like they might get excited about it. I mean, they might be excited about it anyways, but there's no. I can't imagine the people that play Call of Duty like wake up, play it, go to bed. Like that's all they do would be like, I'll try Rainbow Six and have fun. They probably all have ADHD and can't fucking pay attention.
yeah,
Because if you have a team of 5, like right when I first played that, I was like, if we had a team of 5 of full friends, like we probably wouldn't lose that much unless we did stupid ass shit, which obviously happens. But I wish I had, like, I have that clip of Larry doing stupid shit, and I wish I could use it, but I can't, which kind of sucks. Maybe I'll put it in something, just
why
like
can't you use it?
I can use it, just not with our sound because the audio's off.
Yeah, yeah.
But I can probably use it and just stick it in somewhere just to show people like that stupidity.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be do you think it's going to stick around? Like, I've heard people compare that it's going to be like Titanfall and Evolve that like don't have campaigns, and that's why they haven't really stuck around. Which definitely isn't the reason for Evolve, but
I don't think that's a primary reason for that for an entire fan base to let go away.
that's true.
I mean, plus it's a preconceived notion. Like all of a sudden, like it's the same thing. Like people talk about how like the market the like video games should be more than $60 because of how the market's moved and stuff like that. But like gamers have this preconceived notion, like the same thing with the Xbox outcry, like I have to have physical copies. I've had them all this time, so that must be the only way it will happen. Or it should be $60. If they bump it up to 61.5, I'm not fucking paying it. I'm not buying that.
I wonder if they like. You'd think they might lower the. I mean, obviously they wouldn't lower it because that just wouldn't make sense since other games are 60. But a lot more people would buy a multiplayer only game if it was less than 60.
Yeah,
which they might.
I guess it could, but they could still turn a profit by doing that if they made it like a probably like a $50 game. 'Cause I think the Transformers game that's coming out like next week by Platinum is
cheaper.
I think it's 50, but then again, it's a completely different beast. It's gonna be like all story as opposed to all multiplayer. So
the Transformers games are harder to sell, though. I would think that's just like all kids.
Yeah, it's a small frame base,
and especially with like Disney Infinity and fucking the new Lego Dimension games, like they're trying to get something, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's been hard to get into the Rainbow Six Beta like multiplayer. We've been having some problems. I don't know did you have any problems with Eli after I got off?
It's a beta a couple times. Well, the same thing that happens in Gears happened to me last night. I get kicked from the server, and then then you have to dashboard quit because it doesn't sync up your squad again after that.
That's definitely that's an easy fix though. I hate.
I'll tell you an issue I did have last night with Eli.
Was
some kid on spawn. We were terrorists and we were outside on spawn. He wiped out all 4 of us, and then we had to watch him walk around for about. If he wanted to truly troll, he could have walked around for like 11 minutes playing terrorist hunt.
That is
instead he ran up to the door, put a breach charge on, and blew it up in his face. Called us losers and then left.
That's a solid point though, because
wow.
Remember when we first tried playing terrorist hunt? We're like, why are we playing with other people? They easily could have made private like games for it. I would assume. I can't imagine that being too hard to do.
Yeah, but then you're not going to get that sweet renown.
I guess.
Which apparently is the currency in the terrorist community now.
Because playing with other people is just. I don't want to play. Like last night, we got into a fight. Well, you killed the kid because he took down your fucking barricade.
Fucking busted through my barricade like 5 times.
And then it just started a fucking war for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
It's just. I wish like terrorist hunts. It's better to play terrorist hunt with people you want to play with, not randoms.
Yeah.
So that's I wish they did that. And they keep extending the beta. Like today's Saturday, they extended it tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if they fucking extended it again. Even though the game was supposed to come out, what's today, the 3rd?
It was supposed to come out in 10 days, but now it's December 1st.
Glad it is with all the fucking shit. Imagine if the game came out in 10 days and that's what it played like. I don't know. I wouldn't say I wouldn't get it. I definitely would, but I'd be fucking upset.
Yeah.
So
because how many times has your drone fallen through the floor?
So many times, and
which I mean, like that's
an easy fix. Yeah, but that shouldn't be happening. I mean, I guess we're testing it for them, and they probably figured it out by now, and they're like, oh, that shouldn't really be a huge deal. But there's probably some people that are like, this is fucking bullshit. I'm not getting this game. course, that's probably a low.
But that's a risk you take whenever you put out a beta anyway.
That's true.
But ultimately, the pros farly outweigh the cons.
Yeah.
Especially in this day and like the past couple years we've had, like with launches fucking up. Ever since like SimCity, what else had Halo's Master Chief? They had to like knock down all the playlists just to get it working. Like I just got Team Snipers like 5 months ago.
I'm worried that I'm hoping it won't be like it was last year. Like everything failed. Unity, Halo. There was something else that failed too.
Well, Unity, since like Assassin's Creed 3, that they've been having that issue. 3 was buggy as hell, but it wasn't like the face thing, which was.
Was last year the year they did both?
Unity and Road.
Yeah, that's probably why they shouldn't be fucking making 2 games a year.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah. For those of you at home, we're playing Gears. We're playing boxes on Gears.
Yeah, and he just. No, I got the spot.
You didn't get your spot.
No, I did. But like, what Tony Hawk just came out. I know you didn't want to talk about it, but that game fucking.
I did not, because I know nothing.
I didn't.
About it.
I'm just bringing up like that's already starting the season of fucked up games, and then next is Halo 5.
Can you really put oh my god! Since that like board thing, like Tony Hawk's just been on a fucking decline.
I mean,
actually that was the nail of the coffin. But
I found out that their contract to license Tony Hawk's name ends this year, so they probably just like push it out the door. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But
let's stop making these.
Like next is Halo 5, and if 343 messes up Halo 5 like it messed up the Master Chief Collection, then it just
people will still play, but they'll have an outcry.
Because there's some people that won't play Halo Master Chief Collection still, which is outrageous. But like,
yeah, that's obnoxious.
Yeah,
that's
get over
that's
it.
Such a steal. So many, like 4 great games.
Yeah, and that's a lot to handle. Like I was pissed when it happened, but I understand why it wouldn't be flawless.
Yeah, because their original plan was to do like a Halo 2 anniversary, and then they're like, let's just do all of them.
Helping us out.
So like, I'd rather have a developer bite off more than they can chew, and like I suffer a little bit for it, as opposed to them just being like, let's give them the bare minimum. And
like that we're playing Gears right now. Like we both wish they put all of the games in, but
yeah,
for some reason they didn't. I'm kind of worried that they might be like Gears 2 remastered, but maybe not.
And we'd probably get that one too. I probably won't get 3 remastered if they ever do that. Which
they did give us all the.
They're just doing this so they can compete while
keep interest while they're making Gears 4.
Gears 4 comes out.
Yeah, I mean it works. We're playing it again, even though we probably played it the first time 10 years ago.
Unless seriously achievement still doesn't work, and then in which case I'm gonna put it on the back burner for a long time.
But so you gonna get Rainbow Six? I know we kind of
I'm gonna wait for a review, but I'd probably get it early, especially if we have
5.
A full team of 5.
I think we will. I think most of the people that we've been playing with are getting it. Of course, playing with Larry and Louie is it's hard to do because they never play.
Well, Louie's not even in my 5.
I pick Louie over Larry, of course.
I'd rather Louie, but.
But yeah, so I'm definitely getting it. I think all of our friends are getting it. I wish the beta. I just want it to be longer, even though it's not gonna be.
Even though you got way more than you were sure.
That's true. They did. They were just like 4 days, and then everything fucked up, and they just extended it.
Yeah, it fucked up for like we had our codes by 2 days after, so.
Yeah.
And they extended it like a week and a half. So, who cares?
Okay. Well, I don't have anything else to say. Do you have anything else to say about that?
On Rainbow Six.
On Rainbow Six, yeah.